putting him at double digits this season with 10, helping lead the Orioles to victory over Tampa Bay 4-2. Jay Happ pitched his way to his 100th career victory as the Bluebirds took down the White Sox 7-2. The Detroit Tigers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Indians 2-1. The Braves stopped their 6-game losing streak as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 5-4. The Nationals combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the Fish in Miami 4-2.
From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. The race for the division continues to heat up as 2 of the best square off next. Dallas Keuchel is on the mound for Houston in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jurickson Profar. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you have to love the thump that Joey Gallo's providing at the plate right now. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
Throw from Reddick won't be in time. He's in there at third.
Well, that's an aggressive tactic by the manager right there. You don't see that often. Hit and run this early in the game. That's usually saved for mid to later when you're trying to score some runs. But obviously, they have major respect for this guy on the mound today.
I'm set with the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Roll, I think Jerry Hillsdale's a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches.
And that is a base hit as the run will come in to score from third, and the Rangers will take a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roll. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot. Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Again, a 1-2 down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Altuve for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Rangers will have to be content with just the 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the and that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. Fellas, this Rangers ball club, as they begin play, despite that loss last time out, they're still on a pretty nice run as they'd won 6 in a row prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That's the perfect answer after you've given up the lead in the previous inning. Put the tying run on second and get the momentum going back in your favor. Now we'll see if they can cash in.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick, and it's fouled away. As a look, now the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Bregman leads off second with nobody out. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Chu at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He's really swung the bat well against left-handed pitchers so far this season. He's hitting over 300 against southpaws, and he's facing another one of those today. I'm sure he's excited to hit in this one.
He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
This is the stuff that infuriates a manager. You have to think the game. You got to know he's trying to pitch around you. You cannot swing at that pitch out of the zone.
On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And that misses ball one. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Correa brings in a batting average resting just under 320, and they'll look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
Yeah, this is a great spot for him right now. He just seems to have been picking up left-handed pitching great all season long.
Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip this one on to first as he works his way out of the jam, and the inning is over. One left for Houston. They're on the short end. Now looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Grounded back up the middle. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Chu with a 2 ball, 1 strike count here. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
And this will be fouled away. Another 2-2 offering. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. Now in the box, Robinson Chirinos. Head-to-head pass with Dallas Keuchel. He's got 5 base hits in 27 at-bats. He's also gone down on strikes 9 times.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So they go quietly here in this. Next up for the Astros, George Springer. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. Pitch on the way. High in the air out to center field. Profar is in pursuit. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Time for a look at the Rangers on D. And let's take a look at second baseman Rougned Odor. Pound for pound, one of the strongest guys in the game. 30 home run potential, but a premium defender at second base. And if you don't slide properly into second base, he is going to let you know about it.
Set to go now, Evan Gattis. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. Last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. In his career against Mike Minor, he's just 2 for 12. No balls and 1 strike.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Profar has a play, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3. And welcome back to Minute Maid Park, smack dab in the middle of downtown Houston. Up next for the Rangers, Ryan Rua, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Under it is Marisnick, 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adrian Beltre. He singled to start the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in a leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at bat, an opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover both sides of the plate.
Keuchel into his motion. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air down the right field line. Reddick has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. They lead it. Leading off the inning, Tyler White, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First offering on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first is in time for the first out. So one gone now in the inning, and with that, time for a check of the standings in the American League West as you get a look there at where the Rangers stand entering play. Here's Jake Marisnick. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Chu is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Alex Bregman. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. The 1-1. Line towards center field. Therefore, it is Profar, and Jurickson has it to retire.
Leading off for the Rangers.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging a ground ball to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Now batting, the first baseman, Joey.
Here's Joey Gallo now, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Smoke on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Boy, something you don't see very often. You got a guy that can run at first base. Normally you'll see a hitter try to take a pitch or two, D-Row, to give that guy a chance to steal a bag.
You know, it's funny you say that, Dan, because coming up in those situations, you want to give the guy a chance, but you also realize that that guy wants to give his catcher a chance, so you're probably getting a piece of cheese.
Now the 0-1. Turned on down the line. Gonzalez is there, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Riding in once again, Rougned Odor. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
1-1 to count. The 1-1 pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get fouled. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a strike 3 called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Robinson Chirinos. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. On the first, and the Rangers squander a good opportunity here as the side. Ready for another chance? Josh Reddick. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Odor is there. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First delivery to him on the way. Skied into straightaway right. Odor is there. 2 gone. Here's Carlos Correa now.
Carlos Correa.
Here comes the first pitch. Bounce it to the left side. Andrus fields it cleanly. On to first, and can you believe it? A 3-pitch in. Coming to the plate now, Ryan Rua. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Left fielder, Ryan Rua.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Weak chopper up the line. Foul ball, strike 2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Altuve over to his left. He's got it 1 away. So the bases are empty with 1 away for Adrian Beltre. First pitch on its way. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Strike.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sass.
1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Line toward right center, and Beltre's got himself a base hit. The relay, and he's going to make it there, barely, as he's into second base with a double.
The batter, center fielder.
Ready for another shot now, Jurickson Profar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Reddick is over to his right as he puts this one away, 2 down. Digging in to try it again, Elvis Andrus. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Line to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Beltre is on his way home. And a relay to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Take a look at this right here. He didn't get jumpy and try and pull it down the left field line. Stayed in there, fought hard, and grinded out a nice knock the other way.
In there, now the throw. And he'll be tagged out at second. Here's George Springer. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is called in for the first out. Stepping in, Evan Gattis. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. Gattis is sometimes called Bull for apparent reasons. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one where you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire. Here's Joey Gallo now. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Good breaking ball right there. Good hard slider. The count now 0-2. He's getting deep into the outing, but his slider is still staying sharp. He doesn't look at all like he's starting to tire. He looks as good now as he did early on in the game.
Hit hard back up the middle. Correa ranging up the middle. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Digging in once again, Nomar Mazara. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Mazara swings, and this is sent to deep right. Gone! A solo home run for Nomar Mazara. 24 home runs for him on the season as the Rangers have moved out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
Here's Rougned Odor now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he gets a hold of this one again to deep right field. Gone. Back-to-back homers.
That's not an easy thing to do, to go back-to-back. When the guy in front of you goes deep, you walk up to the plate and you feel like, hey, I'm going to do what he just did. How about that? Back-to-back bombs.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. Gone. You got to be kidding me. Back-to-back home runs. Into the box now, Robinson Chirinos. A ball and no strikes. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 1-1 to Chirinos. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Reddick back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Ready once again, Ryan Rua. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Popped him up. Play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. Tyler White will bat next. They'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they face other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Hit to short. Andrus has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Here's Jake Marisnick. The pitch. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Solo shot here by Jake Marisnick. Home run number 5 on the year. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, Dero. The hitter's on point. The pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
Hits this one hard the other way. Fielded by Odor. And that's the 2nd out.
Up next for the Astros.
Riding in, Josh Reddick. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First delivery to him on the way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. High in the air out to center field. Therefore, it is Profar, and Jurickson has it to retire the side. Astros get a run back here on the solo shot. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Back here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. The Rangers on top in this one as we get a look at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Colin McHugh will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So it's an inning-opening single to kick off their half of the seventh. Here's Jurickson Profar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
A cold strike on the inside corner. Beltre aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him. Fooled on the pitch as he swings at it in the dirt for strike three. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Here comes the first pitch. Bouncer up the middle. Correa is there. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow. So now it'll be the four-hole hitter, Joey Gallo. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 1-1. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Hit hard up the middle. To his left, Correa. And that'll play run number 6. It's now a 6-1 ball game. Nomar Lazar will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Stepping in now, Rougned Odor. First pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Soft liner to the right side, and no problem over there at first as he flags this one down to end the inning. But they strike for. Ready for another chance. Jose Altuve, no hits to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he fouls this one off. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Here's Carlos Correa now, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. There to play it is Profar, and there are 2 away. Riding in once again, George Springer. He has flied and lined out in 2 trips in this one. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have to.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that. Digging in and looking for more, Shin-Soo Choo. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Ground ball right side. Altuve fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Digging in to try it again, Robinson Chirinos. He flew out in his last at-bat. In there, 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Another 0-2 coming. And that one stayed too low, apparently. 1 out, nobody on. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Digging in once again, Ryan Rua. Lifetime history with Colin McHugh. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Lifted in the air out to right. Back goes Reddick. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Ready for another shot now. Evan Gattis will try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Chirinos over to his right. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Marwin Gonzalez.
First offering on its way. This is skied into short left center. Andres onto the grass, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Astros,
Tyler White will bat next.
Tyler White.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Now the 2-0. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. 2 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire. Chris Davinsky comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point.
For the Rangers, third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Beltre behind with an 0-2 count now.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And a big swing from Beltre, but this is a routine ground ball for short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's Jurickson Profar. He went down on strikes last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
0-1.
Hard hit toward the hole. And into left field for a 1-out hit.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters of all time. Work on his craft under the tunnel. It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field.
3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Here's a high pop-up. Catch made there by Altuve, and there are 2 gone now. Up next for the Rangers, Joey Gallo. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. And a fastball's in there for strike one. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he
threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends. Here's Jake Marisnick starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
The windup and the 0-1. A fastball that just misses inside. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. It's up and out of here into the archway. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence. We'll see if the next few batters can continue the comeback effort here. Just need to string some good at-bats together now.
Rangers skipper is up off his seat in the dugout now to make the walk to the mound. And that'll be all now for Mike Minor.
Number 41, James Buchanan.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And that's a fair ball heading for the scoreboard near the Crawford boxes. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Profar is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Here's Carlos Correa now. His past history with Jake Diekman. He's 1 for 3.
Carlos Correa.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Bregman stands at second with 2 gone. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. Throw will be in time to get him at first base, and the Rangers have taken the rubber match of this 3-game